The art of procrastination, why we delay everything and still feel busy doing it. A funny yet insightful look at procrastination. Why we do it, how we justify it, and maybe what we can do to stop putting things off forever. I'll start tomorrow. The world's oldest lie. Let's be honest. Tomorrow is our favorite day. Tomorrow is when we'll clean the garage, start that novel, and become the kind of person who eats kale without crying. But tomorrow is also a mysterious place. It's like Narnia, but without the talking lions or wardrobe. It's a land filled with productivity, good intentions, and absolutely zero follow through. We tell ourselves, I'm not procrastinating, I'm just preparing mentally. Sure. And by preparing mentally, we mean reorganizing our desktop icons for 45 minutes, scrolling through 900 motivational quotes, and finally taking a nap because creative recovery is important. The psychology behind our glorious delays. Scientists have spent decades studying procrastination. They've used brain scans, behavior analysis, and probably a few desperate emails to test subjects who meant to respond last week. Their conclusion? We procrastinate because our brains are wired for instant gratification. That sweet, sugary rush of, ah, yes, I did something fun instead of important. Our prefrontal cortex, the logical part of our brain, wants to finish the tax return. Our limbic system, the emotional part, wants to watch cat videos. Guess which one wins when the Wi Fi is on? Productive procrastination. The sneaky cousin. Yes, the illusion of productivity. This is when you do everything except the one thing you actually need to do. You were supposed to write your big presentation. Suddenly, your fridge is spotless. The junk drawer you ignored since 2014? Organized by color and emotional significance. We've all convinced ourselves that cleaning the kitchen counts as getting ready to work. It doesn't. But at least the counters are shiny while your deadline cries softly in the corner. There's even a term for this: structured procrastination. It's when you feel busy while actually avoiding the hard stuff. You get to check things off your to do list, just not the things that matter. It's like being in a relationship with your responsibilities, but constantly ghosting them. The digital black hole. Let's talk about the world's greatest enabler, the internet. We used to procrastinate by staring out the window. Now we have entire universes of distraction. Social media, endless memes, and videos titled 10 Things You Didn't Know About Potatoes. Number 7 will shock you. You open your laptop to do research, and 4 hours later you've joined a subreddit about frogs wearing hats. You didn't ask for this knowledge, but now it's part of you. Forever. And don't even get me started on email inboxes. Checking email feels productive until you realize you've spent an hour deleting sale announcements from stores you don't even shop at. At least now you know there's 30% off shoes you'll never buy. The Procrastinator's Toolkit. Procrastinators are innovators. We've developed advanced techniques to justify our inaction. Let's examine a few. The snack break strategy. I'll start after a snack. You spend 15 minutes preparing an artisanal sandwich, then another 30 eating it mindfully because you read somewhere that mindful eating boosts productivity. You are now both full and proud. The work remains untouched. The research rabbit hole. I can't start until I know everything. You begin researching a simple topic and end up with 47 tabs open, 3 documentaries bookmarked, and a mild existential crisis. The perfect conditions excuse. I just need to be in the right mood. Spoiler, that mood never arrives. But hey, your Spotify Deep Focus playlist is ready for when it does. The creative chaos justification. I work best under pressure. Do you really, though? Or have you just become emotionally dependent on the adrenaline rush of panic? It's not creativity, it's survival. The emotional roller coaster of delay. Procrastination isn't just about wasting time, it's an emotional experience. Phase 1, optimism. I've got plenty of time. Phase 2, denial. I still have time. Phase 3, bargaining. If I start now, I can finish by midnight. Phase 4, despair. I'll never finish, but I might as well reorganize my sock drawer. Phase 5, Miraculous Burst. You finally start. The pressure fuels you. You finish just in time. Phase 6, Amnesia. Next time, I'll start early. Repeat forever. It's basically emotional cardio, lots of sweating, heavy breathing, and the faint feeling that you've been here before. The science of just starting. Here's the good news: the hardest part of any task is starting it. Once you begin, your brain shifts from avoidance to engagement. It's called the Zygarnik effect, which basically says your brain hates unfinished business. That's why starting just for 5 minutes often turns into an hour of productivity. It's like tricking your brain into working by saying, relax, we're not really doing it, and then, surprise, you actually do it. Think of it as a con you pull on yourself, like pretending to diet by eating salad and fries. Technically healthy ish. The illusion of motivation. People think motivation comes first. It doesn't. Motivation is the result of starting, not the cause. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for a unicorn to deliver your morning coffee. It's not coming. And even if it did, it'd probably be late. Instead, use the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. If something big feels overwhelming, commit to doing it for just 2 minutes. You'll often find momentum sneaking up on you like a raccoon in your garbage bin, unexpected, but oddly satisfying. The procrastinator's redemption arc. There's hope for us. Really. The first step is to stop seeing procrastination as pure laziness. It's often fear in disguise: fear of failure, imperfection, or success. Because if you never finish, you never have to be judged. It's genius, really. Horrible, self sabotaging genius. So, instead of fighting your procrastination, befriend it. Ask it why it's here. Sometimes it's your brain's way of saying, I'm tired. I'm scared. This project is boring and you know it. Listen to that, then make micro adjustments, shorten the task, reward small wins, and forgive yourself for not being a productivity robot. Turning procrastination into fuel. Here's the fun twist: procrastinators can actually thrive if they use their powers correctly. Some of history's greatest minds were procrastinators. Leonardo da Vinci spent 16 years painting the Mona Lisa. Imagine his to-do list: finish the Mona Lisa, invent helicopter, take nap. Procrastination can foster creativity. When you delay one thing, your brain wanders into new ideas. That's how innovation happens. Just make sure it eventually circles back to the main task before you've built an entire hobby farm to avoid your taxes. Tools that mostly help. Here are a few methods that actually work, assuming you don't procrastinate using them. Pomodoro technique: work 25 minutes, rest 5. Repeat. The trick is starting the timer before you open Instagram. Accountability partners: find a friend who guilt trips you lovingly. Website blockers: tools like Cold Turkey or Freedom stop you from checking TikTok. You'll hate them and thank them simultaneously. Progress logs: write down what you actually did, not what you planned. It's like a food diary, but for time. Painful, but effective. Laughing at ourselves. Because what else can we do? If you've ever put off work by reading an article about procrastination, congratulations, you're living the dream. Humor helps. When we laugh about our flaws, we take their power away. Yes, you should have started your project 3 days ago. But here you are, reading this instead, learning, chuckling, and maybe, just maybe, feeling ready to start after one more snack. Final thoughts. Procrastination isn't the enemy, it's a clue. It tells you what you fear, what you value, and sometimes what you just don't care about. So instead of punishing yourself for being human, lean into it. Work with your brain, not against it. Set tiny goals, celebrate tiny wins, and remember, progress beats perfection every single time. And if all else fails, there's always tomorrow. Just kidding. Do it now. Seriously. Right after this paragraph.